Hey viewers, in today's video we are going to talk about something I got on Amazon, and you've probably seen it too if you spend a lot of time on Instagram or if you watch a lot of late night television. What we're going to be using is one of these home dent removal kits. I got this on Amazon a couple days ago, and I figured I would try it on this little dent on my Cadillac right there. My Cadillac tends to have bad luck in parking lots. I've got two more dents on the other side, but today we're going to try and get that one out. Let's go ahead and take a look at the kit. All right. Looks like the brand is Super PDR. Don't know what PDR stands for. And it looks like this thing is comes from China and supported by a company in China based on that phone number. The bag is nice, holds everything. For some reason, it has this reflector on the other side. I guess that's in case you need to pull a dent on the side of a road. That would be really handy, keep you safe. Let's look inside. Inside we have the instructions. They make it very clear. That's nice of them. These are the instructions. That's funny. Okay, glue sticks. I've seen those in the ads. Well, I'll wait to open that up. I'm not sure what those are. Those are probably the different, I'm guessing those are the different legs you would use to support the puller. I'm not sure. I'll open those up after I've read the instructions. Okay, I remember seeing this on the ad. This is the scraper to get the glue off later. Wiping cloth. Glue gun. It would be nice if they sold a version that didn't have the glue gun, because I already own a glue gun, so now I have two. And actually I have three. This looks like the actual mechanical puller device. Looks pretty nice, actually. It's feels like it's aluminum. Looks like it's pretty good quality. These look like the stamps that you put down on the glue. These look like more stamps, different shapes. And not sure what that is. Again, I will have to refer to the instructions. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and read the instructions and then get started. These are the instructions. Like a lot of instructions on things that are foreign, and the English is bad, and it actually covers things that are not included in my kit. When I first started looking at these instructions, I was all excited because it shows this big dent puller, pulling out a big dent. And I was thinking, oh, I thought this was only for small dents, but I guess you can use it on big dents. But when I went back to look at what was included with my kit, that big dent puller isn't actually in my kit. So my kit is the one that has this. So, these are the only instructions that are relevant for me. The first thing it says to do in the instructions is to clean the work area. So let's go ahead and do that. I've allowed this Cadillac to get a little too dusty, that is for sure. Next, you put the glue stick in the glue gun and let it heat up for 5 minutes. One thing that's nice about this glue gun is it has a little on-off switch and an LED indicator to show that it's on. I've actually never had a glue gun that had an on-off switch, so that's kind of nice. The instructions don't offer a whole lot of guidance on how to choose the pull tab. They basically just say go by size and shape of the dent. So my dent, is elongated a little bit. So I chose this pull tab. It's not exactly the same size, and it's not exactly the same shape, but this is a learning experience, so we'll see how it goes. The glue is all heated up. You can see it coming out the front of the glue gun. What the directions say to do is to put a whole bunch of glue onto the tab in a circular motion and then apply it to the dent as quick as possible. I'm going to go ahead and do that, but because I'm filming alone right now, I'm going to need all my hands, so I'm not going to be able to actually tape me putting the glue on. So let me do that, and I'll be back. I applied the glue to the tab and pressed it into my ding. The instructions say just to do that very quickly. You don't want to give the glue time to cool down and harden. After it's on there, you just need to wait long enough that it's basically cool to the touch, which this is. It looks like we're ready to use the puller. A problem I often have with Chinese things I buy off the internet is the instructions are inadequate. They're missing things or the English is bad. But anyway, the instructions for this product are no different. This dent puller, this metal tool right here, it requires assembly. Nothing complicated. Those legs have to be put on. But they don't give you any instructions about where you should position them or how tight they should be. So I just put them on based on the drawing, but the drawing doesn't tell me anything about how tight they're supposed to be. So I'm just winging that part. You need to position the dent puller so that the tab goes inside there, which it has, and then you just squeeze until the dent pulls out. See, I don't like that this leg isn't sitting on this side. Let me see if I can fix that. These instructions are not on the instruction sheet. So before, these legs weren't sitting flush. To make them sit flush, you turn this dial, and what that does is it pulls up on this plunger, and now the legs are tight against the car. And I know they need to be tight against the car because that's the whole principle of how dent pullers work. Okay, I'm going to start cranking this. Okay, it survived one crank. Let's peel the glue off and see what happens. Let me go get some alcohol. In the instructions, it acts as if you were supposed to get a spray bottle full of alcohol included. Mine did not include that, but they always show them spraying and then this thing coming off real easy. It's not coming off real easy on this one, so let me go get some alcohol and see if that helps. So when you see this on TV, the blob of glue comes off real easy. The guy sprays a little alcohol and then scrapes it off, and it just comes off real easy. Mine would not come off at all with this, so I ended up using a heat gun, and that got it off, but it made that big mess all over the place. And so then I thought, okay, well maybe it just comes off with alcohol, again like they show in the commercial, but the alcohol is not getting that blob off. So So I've got this big mess I have to clean up. So I'm going to do that. And that mess is so messy I can't really see how the dent turned out. So I'm going to figure out how to clean this mess up, and I will be back. I finally got the glue off, and this is what the dent looks like now. It's definitely better, but it is not completely better. I am not at all excited about how hard it was to get the glue off. You can still see a little bit of residue. I ended up having to use Goof Off to get the glue off, which did not excite me at all about putting that on my car. I mean, that is a solvent, and I don't really want to put that on my paint. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another experiment and try this again. When you watch the videos and you read the instructions, it does seem like sometimes you have to do this twice, so I'm going to go ahead and do it twice. Also, I'm going to try and do it faster. I'm wondering if maybe because I'm making this video and let things sit around longer than you normally would, whether that's the reason I couldn't get the glue off. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and come back. So I won't be doing any video for this part. Now it's time for try 2. I consulted the instructions a little bit, and I think one of the problems with the first attempt was that I was cranking too hard and it came loose right away. What it says in the instructions is you shouldn't pull so hard that the tab breaks away from the glue. So I'm going to try it this time with a little more finesse. And well, finesse didn't work. All right, let's see what happened this time. This attempt didn't release any easier than the first attempt. My package did not include the spray that they say you use to release it. I can't imagine what that spray is. I just can't imagine what that spray is that would release the glue. I'm thinking it's probably just TV tricks. But anyway, I used the glue gun on this and made this big mess, and I will probably have to use the Goof Off again to get this off the rest of the way. So I will do that and be back. I never got around to calling Amazon to complain about this not being included. I looked at the ad and went through the items in the ad, and even though it shows this in the picture and in all the advertising you see, it doesn't actually say it's included in the kit, which is pretty ridiculous. So anyway, on Amazon I just found this spray isopropyl alcohol. This one is 99.9%. So I'm going to give this a shot today and see if this helps take the glue off. For the retest using the alcohol, I'm going to use this ding here. It's on the other side of the car, so it's the passenger side rear door. It's not as bad as the other ding, but it's still an obvious ding. So I'm going to use the Paintless Dent removal kit on this ding now and see if it works better with the alcohol. Using the glue gun, I applied glue to the pull tab in a circular motion from the center going out, and then very quickly stuck it to the ding. The next thing you do is put the pull tool on. So what I did is you have to match this thing up to the pull tab and use this dial to adjust the height until you get it just right, and then you turn down on the dial to get it tight against the bodywork so it doesn't flop around, and it's pretty tight now. And the next thing you do is you pull on this lever lightly and kind of finesse the dent. The instructions say not to just pull it out all at once. You want to kind of finesse it like this. So that's what I'm doing. So now with each pull, I'm pulling it a little more. And whoa, came loose that time. I tightened it a little more, but I actually think part of the problem is, this curve in the bodywork. But I'm gonna keep going. So I'm pulling it a little harder each time, and it popped. And that's kind of the way it's supposed to work. So now I'm gonna spray it with the alcohol. And let's see if this thing just peels off like in the commercials. Well, that was better, not as clean as the commercial. Let's put on a little more spray. Okay, well, the alcohol definitely cleans off the glue. So that's good to know. All right. Well, this is funny. I would say the dent is actually completely gone in this section, but it pulled off a little paint. But that's actually okay, because I'll just use a touch-up kit and put a little paint in there. Okay, so I guess in conclusion, the alcohol is what you need. If it's not included in your kit, just buy it off Amazon. I'll show it again. Anyway, 99.9% is what I got. And yeah, that ding is actually completely gone now. My final assessment for the Paintless Dent Removal Kit, as seen as on TV and Instagram, is that it actually works okay. When you order a kit, make sure you don't make the mistake I made. Make sure your kit includes the alcohol that is needed to get the glue off. After playing with it a couple times, I would have to say that the product works pretty well. It doesn't work as well as they show on the commercials. It's not that smooth and not that easy, but it does bring the dings back, 90-95%. The one ding on the side of my Cadillac, it got rid of completely. I filled that in with touch-up paint, and really the only flaw you can see is the touch-up paint. The ding is gone. The ding on the other side that I was working on in the beginning of the video, it really isn't perfect. It's just a lot better, but that ding had a sharper point in it, and I think that the kit is just not adequate to get out a real sharp point in a ding. Well, that's it for this project and this review. Please check out my other videos. I do videos where I do how-to things on cars, sort of like this project. And then I also have a series of videos where I defeat claw machines around Columbus, so check those out. So please remember to like and subscribe, and good luck with your own projects.